van jouw playlist van nummers, nou wat is jouw top 3 nummers van jezelf? Nou wat een naam moet je gaan searchen op YouTube?
Ja, dat je diep number wil heen, dan moet je wat Demons luisteren.
Demons, ja?
Demons luisteren.
Demons.
In 2022, an emerging voice from the Afrikaans underground hip-hop scene dropped a 5-track EP titled Ek is okay. But the irony is that he wasn't okay. And you could hear this from the very first song. This wasn't just music. This was survival. This was therapy. This is Demons. The year is 2021. At just 20 years old, MJoyner found himself trapped in his own mind. He later on described his experience as tragic, saying, "I had evil dreams every night, people dying, me dying, every night, for like a month straight. It drained me. I'd go to bed knowing I'd see death again in my dreams. That's why I called the song Demons. I was depressed. I'll just sit in my room, not sleeping, not talking, not going out, and I kept it all to myself. Not even my family knew what I was going through." To the outside world, MJoyner was the humble guy, always laughing, always smiling. But beneath that smile was someone who grew up in a violent neighborhood with very little to look up to. And when you grow up around violence and uncertainty, sometimes that chaos follows you into your dreams. And that's exactly what happened. He started dreaming of death, not just the death of others, but his own. And when you're surrounded by silence, isolation, and pain, words become your only escape. In Demons, MJoyner lays it all on the line. Let's break down the meaning behind the lyrics and how each line is tied to the pain he was living through.
Ik wens aan hoe dat mijn leven kan veranderen. Als die mensen dat ik nog eens zo vastgevangen is. Die alle wensen pretend dat alles samen man is. Ik kan niet eens mijn ogen toemaken omdat ik bang is.
MJoyner starts the song with a prayer, not to anyone in particular, but to himself. This is a man begging for something different, begging for something better, but ultimately knowing that there's nothing he can do about it. Because in the very next line, he speaks on the experience and betrayals of others and how they held him back emotionally and mentally. And this reality is what ultimately left him with nightmares that made him terrified to even sleep. Imagine, every night became a battle between exhaustion and fear.
In the meantime kan ik ook zien hoe het zijn die mannen. Maar mijn focus is op mij, want ik fight demons die binnen. Als jelle demons dat mij heid het en gesteamd. Als jelle demons dat mij paas het gedefeated. Als jelle demons dat mij hart en nog gebreken. Als jelle demons dat mij gepromiseerd, zo lijkt je leven.
While others continued with their lives, for better or for worse, he remained stuck, fighting a silent war in his head. And this was the core. The demons are depression. The demons are anxiety, suicidal thoughts. And the pain he feels was invisible to everyone else. These aren't just nightmares. They are the emotional traumas he still carries from his childhood, friendship betrayals, and loneliness.
As klomp krag in die pen, ek sit en meditate. Skryf verses, raak personal as ek so skryf. Dan reis ek sit wat ek kan op my pad face. Ek kan nie slaap, ek's wakker, voel soos 'n naguil.
And here's the shift, where pain becomes purpose, where he finds healing through his writing, despite the insomnia caused by fear and the thoughts that are too loud to ignore. MJoyner uses his music as his journal. No mask, no filter, just raw thoughts.
As hard sy hoe jou eie mense jou afskryf. As hard sy hoe jou eie mense jou weggooi. En as jy dood gaan, dan wil hulle wie doe kot sy. Maar man te weet as hulle wat vir jou en nommers lei. So ek move maar met 'n smile, let ek pyn nie binne. Baie op my eie vrou, my oud sens ek dinge.
This line hits deep. He's not only battling demons inside, but also disappointment from those closest to him. A haunting reality. So many young men suffer in silence until it's too late. Then people act surprised.
Op 'n tyd, ja man, het gevoel, fokke man, net weg sien ze. Jo, ek het veraan met broeklom aan, het ek vroeg man. Dus miskien as dit net donker raak, dan voel ek voel bang man, sien ze, amper so ietsie.
Yes.
My kamer die is gesluit daar in die kamer, ek voel net ek voel die reg man, ek wil nie slaap nie, sien ze. As ek slaap, ek het ja, miskien vir 'n maand of 2 met aan een. En toen ik net van dood, ik dood, ik mensen dood, maar zeker goed man. Zien ze, nou, daar is ook waar ik een nummer geschreven van
Demons, oké.
Van, ik het zelf wel goed gevoerd, man, ik het zelf dus zeker goed gegaan, niemand het gewicht. Zien ze, ik het van niemand gezien. Maar zo wat ik misschien diep raciaal zijn met mensen het in wel gezien, jij, ik het zo gevoeld, zien ze. Maar niet bij mensen. Sal verstaan ook. So ek move maar met 'n smile, let ek pyn nie binne. Baie op my eie vrou, mout sins ek dinge. Mense maak my swak, maar hier bewys ek hulle. En so meer te my swak praat, so sins die dinge.
And this is the mask, the persona, the illusion. Just like many men today, smiling while drowning inside. What demons teaches us is that behind every smile, there's often a story we'll never fully understand. MJoyner didn't write this song to impress people. He wrote this song to survive. He wrote this song for those who cry in silence. He wrote this for you, for those who have ever battled darkness and felt like no one noticed. But the truth is, someone always does. And sometimes the greatest act of strength is simply speaking up.
Stadig gaat ze vorentoe, hulle se liewe bitter. En sukses gaat ze al my brood, vat 'n rukkie. Moenie haastig wees nie, cause die is God se tyd. Wat die aan elke opportunity, ze moet het gryp.
The message that the song ultimately wants to bring is that for those that are fighting demons, the message is clear. You're not weak. You're not alone. And your story might just save someone else's life. If this story moved you, like, comment, and share. And subscribe for more powerful stories behind the lyrics. Ja, no, nee.